Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for Monday Night Raw. August 28th, 2017, in my home away from home, Memphis, Tennessee, which of course I didn't get to go to tonight, unfortunately. It happens. First and foremost, before I get into what happened on Raw, I do want to take this opportunity for anybody that's going to see this to send out my thoughts and prayers to everybody that's that's going through the hurricane in Houston. Hurricane Harvey is an asshole, and he has come through to tear shit up, and he is. And the one good thing we got out of this, I joked on Twitter, and I joked, I want to make that very clear, that we didn't have to listen to 3 hours of Booker T tonight, which was a positive. However, I do hope that Booker T's family is safe and that everybody's okay. I don't want to see him, die or get hurt or anything. I just don't care for him on Monday Night Raw anymore. So with that being said, thoughts and prayers out to everybody. Hope everybody's as safe as possible. And we move on. Monday Night Raw starts off with, of course, everybody, the announcers talking about the hurricane and why Jerry Lawler is sitting in Memphis. Of course, it just worked out perfectly that way. Sitting in for Booker T. It shifts to the ring. The Miz is in the ring. He's about to lay down probably a fantastic promo. He gets 3 words out, and Kurt Angle's music hits. Well, Kurt Angle says, "I know what you're about to say," and blah, blah, blah. And Miz cuts him off and goes into this epic promo about respect. He even quotes Webster's Dictionary, which I did not look up to see if he quoted it correctly or not, but I'm pretty sure that I don't think he would not do it, especially since he's doing something on live television that people could go and check. So, but, go and check it. It was awesome. Kurt Angle announces he will defend the title at No Mercy. We don't know who, but he will defend it in next week against the winner of this next match, and it's a battle royal. Jeff Hardy ends up winning the battle royal. The Club was in here. The Miztourage was in here. The Hardys, both of the Hardys. Big Show, who was clean shaven and looked just awful. I'm so used to Big Show with a nice looking beard, and he was clean shaven, and it just looked awful. Anybody that has a beard, when you completely shave it off, it doesn't look good. But anyway, I don't want to go in on that. There was Elias Sampson was in there. There was a lot of people in there. I think there was 15. Jeff Hardy wins. He gets a title shot next week in Omaha. Omaha doesn't. Never mind. I won't go there again. Enzo beats Noam Dar. I'm so over Enzo. I don't even care nothing about that match. Brock Lesnar comes out. Heyman gives a really good promo. I gotta hand it to Paul Heyman because he does it every time he's handed a live mic. He is different in his demeanor and in speech. Well, maybe not his demeanor, but the way he delivers his promos are different every time. And he pretty much says the same thing every time, let's just be honest. He just takes out A and inserts B, and then takes out B and inserts C, talking about whoever. And then Brock basically, he stops Heyman and just grabs the mic and says, what he means is, Suplex City, bitch, and of course we move on. By the way, there was no Braun Strowman tonight, which was really weird, but I don't dislike it, I feel like, you don't have to have these guys on TV every week and shove them down people's throats. That's how this audience gets stale on people. Seth Rollins and Cesaro had a really good match. Of course, these two always have great matches. Cesaro beats him, and then Sheamus and Dean Ambrose have a match, and Dean Ambrose gets the better of him there. I'm guessing that we're going to have a rematch at No Mercy, which makes a lot of sense to me. For the tag titles in 4 weeks. Emma beats Mickie James, which absolutely phenomenal. By the way, Emma and Paige did start the Women's Revolution February of 20 2013. If it was that far back. 2014? 2013, I think. I can't remember. Maybe it even been 2012 for hell. I don't even remember. The match that they had at NXT TakeOver Arrival. Go look it up. I did not like Emma's new music. Mickey, who, by the way, last night there was a house show here in town, I say here in town, right down the road in Tupelo, that I unfortunately didn't get to go to that one either. You know, sometimes life sucks. And the crowd wasn't into Mickey then, wasn't into her tonight. They made absolutely no noise. It sounded like on TV, really, throughout the whole thing. And then, I get a text message from my buddy Matt that actually was at Raw and said that match was just silent. Nobody cared anything about it. And the reason why was because they gave them a grand fucking total of 5 minutes to go out there. Are we really fucking going back to this shit again? Are we really going to do that? Roman Reigns and John Cena went out there and talked for like 25 minutes, it felt like. You couldn't have taken 5 minutes off of that and give it to these girls and let them go out there and work. That's why Mickey's not getting over. That's why. Because you're not fucking using her, for one. And that's why Emma is not getting over like she needs to. Because you're setting them up for nothing. Do something with these. Stop focusing on the same fucking women all the time. Let's do something different. It doesn't always have to be the same people. I applaud what you're doing on what WWE as a whole is doing on SmackDown with the women's division over there. You got Natalya as the champion for the first time in 6 years or so. Carmella, who I'm not exactly high on, but it is new blood, and she's getting pushed as Miss Money in the Bank. So why can't you do the same shit on Raw? Why? Why has SmackDown got to be better than Raw all the time? I don't get it. I don't fucking understand it. Not one bit at all. Roman Reigns cut one of the best promos that he's ever done. And it's sad that I'm saying that, because it took John Cena for him to do it, and it got real. But that's what I've been saying sells for a long time. Maybe WWE will finally understand that. And then, what ruined that whole segment, that segment was fucking ruined for me because they decide these two guys are at each other's throats, and they're throwing a lot of barbs at each other. And then all of a sudden, the club comes out. I love the Good Brothers. I absolutely love the Good Brothers. But I don't love that you put the Good Brothers against Roman and John Cena right after these two and you did nothing but let those guys win. There needs to be more dissension. You can't just have these two guys bicker for 20 plus minutes and then have them beat a tag team. By the way, the former tag team champions on Raw. That makes no sense. Come on, guys. Who the fuck is writing this? When it's bad, I'm gonna bash it, and that's what I'm doing. And the Raw Women's title match, Alexa Bliss. I love Alexa Bliss. I do. She didn't need to win the title. Sasha Banks is getting, and I've never said this, but she's getting completely shafted over. How are you going to have the girl win the title 4 times within just a little over a calendar year? You have her win the belt 4 times, and she hasn't had one successful title defense out of all of those wins. Because just as soon as she won it the 3 times from Charlotte, the absolute next match, she dropped it right back to her. Why? It's just bad booking. Shit that I should have already been calling them out for, that I'm now calling you out for. I'm completely at peace with not going and giving my money, my hard-earned money, to WWE for Monday Night Raw. Because it was an absolute fucking shit show. It absolutely was. Aside from the Rollins, Cesaro, and Sheamus and Ambrose match, it really was. The Battle Royal was decent, but you can make a Battle Royal decent out of anybody. You could use 15 jobbers and a Battle Royal would be decent. That's like low-hanging fruit. Let's try a little bit harder. Let's do something. Deuces. Chaos out.